everybody, welcome to another episode of Widgets and Wonders. That's my sort of, I try to make it weekly, but as often as I can showcasing great products from small companies. Today we have a follow-up episode on the Shadow Defiant display tray for Infinity / any high-tech miniature game that uses 25mm miniature bases, which is an update on bases that you can now buy separately to go with the display tray. So one of the things that I was worried about was that my Yuching army, I was going to have a limited number of additional models I could do to keep them on these bases on this tray, but they actually sell separate bases. So you can buy a pack of bases and add to the number of guys you have. So the only hard thing is figuring out which base goes where, but like we saw in the previous video, if you just letter them, once you figure out which bases go where, you will know who stands where. I guess the only thing I would want to do is make sure that I was smart, and if something was like AVA 1, all of them would get the same base. So if I didn't, like if I wanted to use more than one of my army, it wouldn't matter. Like I could just put them all in the same spot and the base wouldn't look all weird. So let's have a look at the bases right now. So this is a display board. If you remember, you can see the number of miniatures that I currently have on it and the number of remaining ones, which is why I was panicking a little bit with like what would I paint next. And here we have the set of additional bases. Now you literally get one of every base insert that's already on here. Plus, these are super handy. These are standees. So for instance, if much like my Zhu Yang, you are standing on a piece of rubble and or junk, you don't want to have that as part of his foot, you can clip these off and have it be on here additionally. So if your model is on a scenic base and you need to clip it off to put it on the show base, I guess, you have some additional sort of like stuff packed in here to let them do so. You get two big 50s. So for me, one of these will be my new Guja, and one of these will be my Suzhang immediate action unit, because in one of his forms he's got the big base. And then if I wanted to add other 50mm base stuffs, I can. I have an additional 5 big bases. So for my Yao Kongs, my Shuzhen as it's in its like mobility, no, non-mobility form. The heavy infantry form I think is on a small base, the mobility form isn't. I'll be able to do that. And I was also, Chris provided me with the color scheme for these, so I went and bought the model air paint so that I can actually do them the same way. Then you get a grand total of 22 25mm bases so that all of your regular infantry can go on there as well. So let's say I actually wanted to do a second army and use the same display base. If I wanted to rip another army off here, I could. I could put my Toha on this base, I could put my Combine on this base. I think actually probably my Combined army is the most likely candidate for that to happen. So there it is. You guys can see that if you do buy one of these beautiful display boards and paint it up, you do not have to worry about whether you run out of base or not, because they are easily available. Click the link below in the video description, you can check them out. So there you have it, extra bases for this Shadow Defiant display base by Top Down Terrain. Now, like I said before, this is my show about great products from small companies. If you know of a small company that you think deserves more attention, you can either hook them up with my email, guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com, tell me in the video link description, have them go through my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/outofthebasement-into-the-streets, and try and get them in touch with me. I love promoting guys who are brave enough to make something and put it out there and show it off to people. So yeah, get them in touch, and we will try and give you every Sunday something cool that you can check out that you haven't seen before. So thanks again for watching. Till then, we'll have more Widgets and Wonders on the next Sunday's episode. I'm Ash. Have a good day.